Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929, in Atlanta, Georgia, into a loving family and a strong faith community. But outside his home, the harsh reality of the Jim Crow South shaped his childhood. As a boy, Martin lost a close white friend because of segregation, a painful lesson in racial injustice. His parents explained the history of oppression but also taught him, "You are as good as anyone." Daily life in Atlanta meant constant reminders of inequality, separate schools, water fountains, and buses. Martin watched his father stand up for dignity, refusing to accept humiliation. These experiences planted in him a deep commitment to justice. The injustice he witnessed did not fill him with hate but with purpose. Surrounded by love and faith, he learned the power of nonviolence and the importance of standing up for what's right. The world he was born into forged his resolve to challenge injustice. This was the beginning of Martin Luther King Jr.'s journey. Martin was a gifted student entering Morehouse College at just 15. There, under Dr. Benjamin Mays, he learned that faith could drive social change. Inspired, he chose the ministry, then excelled at Crozer Theological Seminary where he encountered new ideas. He studied Gandhi's nonviolent resistance and Thoreau's call for civil disobedience. These influences shaped his belief that nonviolence was not weakness, but courageous love in action. At Boston University, he blended Christian teachings with Gandhi's methods, forming a powerful philosophy. He believed in loving one's enemies, resisting evil without hatred, and awakening the conscience of opponents. This unique synthesis became the foundation of his leadership. Martin's years of study prepared him to guide a movement, not just as a preacher, but as a visionary. His philosophy would soon inspire millions. The stage was set for a new era in the fight for civil rights. His education gave him the tools to lead. The movement now had its moral compass. In 1954, Dr. King became pastor in Montgomery, Alabama, expecting a quiet life. But when Rosa Parks was arrested for refusing to give up her bus seat, the city's black community launched a boycott. Dr. King, just 26, was chosen to lead. The boycott lasted 381 days, with thousands walking or carpooling instead of riding segregated buses. Despite threats, bombings, and arrests, Dr. King urged nonviolence and unity. The movement's discipline and courage drew national attention. In 1956, the Supreme Court ruled bus segregation unconstitutional, a landmark victory. The boycott proved the power of mass nonviolent protest. Dr. King emerged as a national leader, his voice now central to the struggle for justice. Montgomery was just the beginning. The movement had found its champion. The world was watching. A new chapter in American history had begun. After Montgomery, Dr. King and others founded the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, SCLC, in 1957. The SCLC united black churches to fight segregation through nonviolent direct action. Dr. King and his colleagues trained activists to endure violence without retaliation, exposing the cruelty of segregation. Sit-ins and freedom rides became powerful tools, drawing national attention to injustice. The SCLC supported local protests, helping movements grow across the South. Their strategy created crises that forced the nation to confront racism. Images of peaceful protesters facing brutality shocked America and built support for change. Nonviolent resistance became the movement's signature. The SCLC's approach made segregation impossible to ignore. The struggle for justice was now a national cause. In 1963, Dr. King and the SCLC targeted Birmingham, Alabama, a city notorious for violent segregation. When adult protesters filled the jails, children marched, facing fire hoses and police dogs. The nation was horrified by the images of brutality against children. Dr. King, jailed during the campaign, wrote his letter from Birmingham jail, defending nonviolent protest and calling out the silence of white moderates. He argued that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The letter became a rallying cry, articulating the moral urgency of the movement. Birmingham's campaign forced America to confront its conscience. The power of words and peaceful protest changed the nation's course. The movement's momentum was unstoppable. The Birmingham campaign sparked national momentum. In August 1963, over 250,000 people gathered for the March on Washington. Dr. King's "I Have a Dream" speech inspired millions, envisioning a nation where character mattered more than skin color. The march galvanized support for civil rights legislation. After President Kennedy's assassination, President Johnson pushed the Civil Rights Act of 1964 through Congress, ending legal segregation. Yet voting rights remained out of reach for many Black Americans. In 1965, Dr. King led the Selma to Montgomery March, met with brutal violence on Bloody Sunday. Televised images shocked the nation, leading to the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These laws transformed American society, breaking down legal barriers to equality. The movement's victories were hard-won, but the struggle was far from over. Dr. King's leadership had changed the nation. The dream was alive, but the work continued. After landmark victories, Dr. King expanded his vision to economic justice and peace. He challenged poverty and housing discrimination in the North, believing true equality meant opportunity for all. Dr. King also spoke out against the Vietnam War, linking the fight for civil rights to a broader struggle for justice. His stance cost him allies, but he remained committed to nonviolence and moral truth. His final campaign, the Poor People's Campaign, sought to unite Americans of all backgrounds to demand economic rights. In April 1968, while supporting striking workers in Memphis, Dr. King was assassinated at just 39. His death was a profound loss, but his legacy endures. Dr. King's vision of a beloved community continues to inspire movements for justice worldwide. He proved that love and courage can overcome hatred and oppression. His words and actions remain a call to build a more just and peaceful world. The dream lives on in all who seek equality. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy is forever.